Hello, happy new year, and welcome to the Drunk Bunker. Getting drunk here, an inebriated son of a gun. But I'm going to talk about something that I don't often talk about on this channel. I've literally never talked about it on this channel, and that's pro wrestling. I'm a huge pro wrestling fan, so I'm going to talk about my top five WWE pro wrestlers of 2024. Let's just get straight into it. Number 5 would be Io Sky. Yeah, Io Sky has had a great year in 2024. I think almost without question, she has been the best in-ring performer in the WWE. She had a couple of matches which just blew my mind this year. Her match at WrestleMania, for me, that was my best match of WrestleMania. Like, her match against Bayley was just incredible. And the reversal that Io Sky did, where she just flipped out the rose plant. How? How did she do that? Like, it's one of the best reversals I've ever seen in wrestling in my entire life. It was absolutely incredible. Plus, that just random banger she had with Bianca Belair on just a random episode of Raw. Just blew the roof off. Incredible. So, Io Sky, yeah, just an amazing year. And I think hopefully 2025 she can go on and do great things. I'd love to see her have a marquee match at WrestleMania. We'll see how that pans out. Fingers crossed for the Royal Rumble for you, Io Sky. Okay, so number 4 is Ludwig Kaiser. So Ludwig Kaiser is like a relatively smaller guy, yet he has that big man slapping man meat thing going on. Like, he just kicks ass in the ring, and his matches are so hard hitting. I absolutely loved the match that he had against Sheamus and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. He fit right in there with those like really hard hitting guys. Plus, Ludwig Kaiser is just one of those wrestlers that like is in the undercard, in kind of like in the mid card or slightly in the undercard. But every time he wrestles, I find myself voting for him, like willing him to win, because he's just so goddamn talented. There was a moment earlier in the year where, at the time when he was still with Giovanni Vinci got smashed in the head by Kofi Kingston and suffered a concussion. And there was this angle where Ludwig Kaiser got so angry that he just decided to basically kill Kofi Kingston. And he absolutely destroyed him in revenge for his friend. And at the time, I was just like, yeah, he did your mating. Like, do him, get him, Ludwig Kaiser. Like, that made me more of a fan of him. I mean, I've always appreciated his in-ring work because he's incredible, but that really sort of like made me like really get on his side. The fact that he was willing to do that for his friend. Of course, then later he turned on his friend and basically murdered him. But never mind that. Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser, I hope great things in his future. And again, just the simple fact that whenever he wrestles, I'm just there. If he's on a show, I'm like, yes, I want to see him wrestle. That's a big plus. Where are we now? Number 3. Number 3 is Tiffany Stratton. Ironically, she is Ludwig Kaiser's girlfriend, right? I've always been a Tiffany Stratton fan since her time in NXT. Her in-ring work is amazing, and she just gets her character so well, and she's had a meteoric rise. When she came onto the main roster, I was totally behind her, and it's been really nice to see the groundswell just grow and grow and grow behind her as the mainstream fans of WWE realize just how fucking talented she is. A bit like LA Knight, but, you know, let's face it, LA Knight is slightly less talented than Tiffany Stratton in the ring. Yeah, and now she's finally cashed in her Money in the Bank, and she's champion, and what a moment that was, and what a wave of success and fun her entire ride was in 2024. So let's go, Tiffany Stratton. I hope she has a really good reign throughout 2025, and I hope she has a great WrestleMania. All right, number 2, Drew McIntyre. I've always loved Drew McIntyre, even since his first run in the WWE. But yeah, the guy is great in the ring. He's got the look. He's got the mic skills. He's got all of the elements to make him like a top draw player, but the WWE have never really truly pulled the trigger on him. And I know that sounds really bizarre because he's been WWE champion twice, but it never really felt like during his reigns that he was like a true main eventer. But 2024, he broke out of that. And now he does. He genuinely feels like a killer, like a proper main eventer. Like, and not only that, but a guy who's like really unpredictable and is going to do off the wall stuff that you don't expect. Sort of like, even though he's feuding with CM Punk, he's sort of like gained a little part of the element of CM Punk and used it for his own good. Talking about CM Punk, what can you say about 2024? Like, he got into a feud with CM Punk, but Drew McIntyre was the one who carried that feud because CM Punk was injured for a lot of it. So Drew McIntyre just kind of like carried that on his back, and he went toe to toe with CM Punk, a renowned mic expert, one of the best like promo guys in the entire business. And there were times when Drew McIntyre just fucking eviscerated CM Punk on the mic. It was amazing to see. And the matches, I mean, the match they had at SummerSlam, yeah, it was good. It was good, and I was glad to see Drew McIntyre win. The Texas strap match that they had was, yeah, it's all right. It's okay. But I love the fact that Drew McIntyre came out and told CM Punk, do you really think this feud is over? Touching all four corners? Is that really what you think that the end of our feud is going to be? And then they had that Hell in a Cell match, which is, for me, best WWE match of the year. That just absolutely rocked. And I got to give props to CM Punk as well. My heart always goes to Drew McIntyre, so that's who I focus on, but takes two to tango. CM Punk is also brilliant. And there was, to CM Punk's, not detriment. What's the opposite to detriment? What the fuck is the opposite to detriment? To CM Punk's good things. Whiskey and Coke, people. To CM Punk's positives. I was a huge fan of CM Punk back in like 2012 or whatever. Do you know what that period when he was in the Straight Edge Society and he was like sitting in the ring giving that promo in the Rumble? Massive CM Punk during that period, and I was a huge CM Punk fan all through like the Summer of Punk and stuff. So CM Punk also deserves his props, but still, Drew McIntyre, fucking love that guy. Number 2, but number 1 is Gunther, because Gunther's just Gunther. He has just been the MVP of the WWE in 2024. His in-ring work is sterling. Like, it's just unimpeachable. Whenever there's a Gunther match, it's a great match. He started off the year as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Had a great match at WrestleMania against Sami Zayn. Bounced back immediately and won King of the Ring. And one of my favorite moments of the year is when he won King of the Ring and he had that King of the Ring crown. And I was like begging him. I was like willing him from my chair watching that. Don't put that on your fucking head. Gunther, don't do it. Don't put it on your head. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he didn't. He did not. Unlike everybody else who's ever won King of the Ring, he didn't wear that fucking crown. He just held it in his hands, held it up, and took it backstage. That's a massive thumbs up from me. Then he became World Heavyweight Champion. Fantastic stuff. And he's had a really good run since then. Personally, I would have booked him a little bit stronger. That whole crisis of confidence thing he suffered, I'm not sure that did anything for Gunther. I think Gunther is more interesting when he's just kicking ass and taking names. But generally, little wobble aside, that's what he's done this year. And it's just, again, his in-ring work is impeachable. Yeah, long may Gunther reign. I hope that when he gets to WrestleMania, they'll do the opposite to what they did last year. I hope they get to WrestleMania and they'll have a good opponent for him and everybody will think, oh, this is where Gunther loses the strap. And then he just blasts through them and continues onwards, cementing his position as this fucking untouchable, badass final boss at the top of the card. That's my hope, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, there you go. Those are my top 5 wrestlers of whiskey. One more time. Those are my top 5 wrestlers in the WWE from 2024. Keep on ranking.